everywhere post few hours ago as Shettima, the voice of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, never knew that war is coming to him is just like this, I didn't even know that Nigerians will react this way in course of the protest. He wouldn't have uttered the speech he uttered before the protest at all. Shettima came out before the protest. He came out and he made it known to the general public. He said, anybody that come out to protest in Nigeria, they are idiots. That was what Shettima said. Now, few hours ago, something tragic happened because it's normally news that the Nigerian police and many of the Nigerian security operatives, they are no more licking the legs of Nigerian politicians again. Many of the police are now joining the protest and all. Now, the security of Nigerian politicians, they are now reducing now. Protesters are gaining access to them now. They almost said Shettima, I believe, few hours ago, and I'm going to play you the video in this very video. So if you can share this video, just do it to share it. Share to the best social media platform. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it as you're watching, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Nigerians are on a high rage right now. Protesters are not smiling. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, ensure you click the red subscription button appearing on your video screen, and at the same time click the notification bell icon so that whenever I will drop a new video in few hours time, it will be easily let you to know. A lot of things is happening in the political space right now, and the trouble that is looming now all around Nigeria. The Nigerian politicians never expected that stuff like this will happen. I didn't mean that they know that the protest will turn to this way. They would have done everything possible just to avoid the protest. They have been doing like as if they are mafians. They never want to address the protesters right from time because according to report, they've been announcing the protest a month before the protest start from August 1. They never talk about how they want to suppress the protest, but they passing through every negative way just to block the protest channel. And that is why you see Tinubu inviting the traditional rulers for a brief meeting in Aso Rock so that they can just talk to their people to just stop the protest. That is when you will see Lagos traditionalists coming out with Oro. That was the plan they wanted to use to stop the protest and suppress the voice of the people, but it never worked. Now, Northerners are taking the protest to another level. Likewise, the Southern people never relent on the protest. Now, a lot of things is happening right now, and Tinubu is on a very high jump right now. Shettima never known that the protest will turn out this way, including AKPABIO. I don't mean that they know they wouldn't have uttered the speech they uttered against the protesters. They wouldn't have uttered now. Protesters are now using the speech to hunt them now. Now, it's normally news that a lot of protesters are now moving from houses to houses of Nigerian politicians. They're now locating the houses of politicians up and they are hunting them down. And they burn, according to report, they burn up to 4 politician houses, 4 senator houses in Nigeria right now, and they're still hunting for more. That's what is happening in Nigeria right now, because the kind of protest that is ongoing in the southern part of Nigeria is different for the one that is ongoing in the northern part of Nigeria. We have 2 varieties of protests out there. The southern demanding for hunger, that they should stop the hunger that is ravaging the land, and they should stop the poverty that is on rampage on the land. And the southern are demanding for good governance. They want Tinubu to reduce the cost of governance. They stated that the agitation is even more than 20, but in the northern part of Nigeria, the agitation is Putin should come and help them, and Tinubu must go, and their agitation remains that they want coup to take over Nigeria. Oh, that's what they say in the northern part of Nigeria now. Shettima is in very serious trouble a few hours ago. They wanted to set Shettima ablaze. The protesters wanted to set Shettima ablaze because the security operative that these people depend on, that Nigerian politicians depend on, that they think that they will be guiding them and be protesting them. Many of the security operatives are now withdrawing. They're now joining the protesters because hunger is not anybody's mate. You can see the police and the army jubilating in that very video, protesting alongside with protesters. That's what is happening some place in Nigeria now. Now, their security operative is already failing them now. The protesters are having access to all these politicians at the moment, and they never expected that such like this can happen. Now, I'm going to play you the video of Shettima now, but you can share this video. Just do it to share it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can't share it, just like it as you're watching. Like it, give it a thumb up. Before I play you the video of Shettima and some other videos, I would like you guys to see the kind of thing that is ongoing in the northern part of Nigeria and what is going on in the southern part of Nigeria. You will share taste for Nigeria. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
I was so disappointed. See everybody going to work. No problem. You can go to your work. By the time a price of bread that is 1,500 now, we hit 2,500. We will see how far. You can begin going to your work. By the time fuel goes to 1,500, we know how far. All of now where they go work, now the same market where they go. The same market. The same market. You feel you know they touch you, he go touch you very soon. So Nigerians should wake up. Don't allow anybody to gaslight you. Tinubu understand this. He understand rule and divide system. Give them money. Divide some people. Let them. That's the tactics he's using. For how long are we going to continue like this?
Shame on President Tinubu. Shame on the ruling party. Shame on the Senate President. Shame on the IGP. Shame on the Speaker. Shame on the DSS Director General. Shame on the Army Chief. Shame on Sanwo-Olu. Shame on all those who say we cannot protest. We have done it.
They here to know our movement. Some people know they here, but know we are not up to. And anybody who came here today, when we say they suffer, and they share millions, you never boost up, make it a drive another vessel. And they come here to disrupt us. Or do they kill you?
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can see what is happening in the southern and the northern part of Nigeria. You can see what is ongoing. You can see the level of protest that is ongoing in the northern part of Nigeria. Those people are not hearing good. They are not hearing calm. Once they just activate them, they are activated for life. They said a number of offended people that will not hear calm. Once they hear good, they don't hear calm. And those are the Hausa people, those are the Northerners. And you know, you can see the way they're taking the protest to another level, even to the extent that police shot them tear gas as of yesterday. They threw the tear gas, immediately police shot it at them. They took it and threw it back at the police. So the tear gas had to dismiss the police. Police ran away. That's what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. Those people are not taking it lightly. But in the southern part of Nigeria, a lot of people are still going to work. A lot of people are still doing their daily activities, and you know, everything is still working well in the southern part of Nigeria. The protest in the southern part is a peaceful protest, but in the northern part of Nigeria, the protest is wearing trousers to another level. Now, they mounting the houses of each politicians in the north, and they burning in the selling it ablaze. They setting their houses ablaze. Now, a lot of Nigerian politicians, they are on the run, and some of them have run out of Nigeria as at now. They have run out of Nigeria. They're no more in Nigeria, but some are still in Nigeria. Now, something tragic happened to Shettima a few hours ago, and I will play you the video in this video. Like us stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video, just do it to share it, because they be telling Shettima to come out to apologize to Nigerians based on the words that he used on Nigerians. You know, it is the same Shettima that came out some time ago and he said Nigerians are clowns, meaning that Tinubu should not take them serious. And I said that is not enough. The Shettima came out after he heard that there will be protests and all. He said anybody that come out to protest, that person is an idiot. That was what Shettima said. They have been insulting Nigerians. These people have been insulting the intelligence of Nigerians, and Nigerians have been keeping quiet. Now Nigerians are saying enough is enough. Now Shettima begged few hours ago, you know, they said Shettima to come out to beg to apologize to Nigerians, including AKPABIO and Wiki. They said they should come out to apologize to Nigerians, but these people never come out. They feel they are bigger than Nigerians. Now Shettima is begging few hours ago, and play the video now for you to see how it's going. If you can share the video, share it, and if you can't share it, just like it as you're watching it. But as you listen to what Oshomen said in Arise TV a few hours ago, I say fought them on Arise TV, you will see what Shettima did and what happened to Shettima. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
The only way to effect a change of government is to go through elections as provided for in the Constitution. There is no room for regime change. There is no room for military takeover of government in Nigeria. We have gone under military rule for several years. If it was a solution since 1996 or till 1999, Nigeria would have been Dorado. So for the courage with which you speak, you did this out of defense. I was quite pleased with that, along with your colleagues on this program. Now, on Wednesday, on the 2nd of August, before the protest began, I saw many people, including some of your colleagues, calling for peaceful protest, emphasizing that the Constitution guaranteed the right to peaceful protest. I found myself in a very difficult situation because Ruben, more than anybody else, you and I have interfaced even during protests in front of Guardian newspapers. I have led so many countless protests, whether in the public sector, in the private sector, at the national level. However, I did say then, that was on the 2nd of August, like, let nobody talk about peaceful protest. It is impossible. Why did I say that? Whereas I recognize the right to peaceful protest, which I exploited and I enjoyed it, I expanded it, I practicalized it. I also said, when you exercise those rights to protest, we must also look at what are the demands. And I'm happy that I said, after seeing, because these people are faceless, I look at the totality of the different voices we can put together from the social media, and I said, my summary, my takeaway from it is that a lot of these guys are only hiding other hunger, other unemployment. What they actually ask is for is regime change. And I said, you cannot legally, lawfully, and peacefully demand regime change under the Nigerian Constitution. And that those who have lost presidential election, those two candidates who spoke in favor of so-called peaceful protests, I have had the opportunity to interface with them when I was president of the NLC. And at different fora, each of these guys lectured me about the need to avoid, quote, miscreant, quote, hoodlum from taking over whatever we consider to be a legitimate thing. And I said, sociologically, it is absolutely impossible for an amorphous group, I emphasize amorphous, in the sense that, and it's not a degrading word, amorphous is that they are not organized, they are not structured, the faces are unknown, they talk from time to time, different guys talk, both within the country and outside the country. And so, who are you going to engage? And they are not accountable to anyone, they are not elected by anyone to whom they will report to, as to at what point do we start, at what point do we stop, and where was the forum where they gathered to meet and agree on this demand. And my summary of it is that what they were demanding cannot be achieved peacefully, and it was illegal demand to demand regime change. Because also some of them say, for example, they want to revise a repeal of the 1999 Constitution. And I said, you cannot peacefully demand that because the power to change the 1999 Constitution, if that is what Nigeria wants, is not vested in the president of Nigeria. The only way to amend the Nigerian Constitution is as provided for in the Nigerian Constitution. That power is not with the executive. That power is not even with the federal legislature alone. That power has to be shared by both national and state legislatures. And a lot of eminent Nigeria, women in Nigeria, even though I don't agree with them, have canvassed various ways whether we should return back to regionalism, whether we should report back to parliamentary system. All those are legitimate ways to express people's opinion. But I see confusion among the elite because it is this same elite, including a good section of the media, that celebrated Rotimi Williams, 21-man wise men who ordered the military after consulting Nigerians, quote and unquote, those Nigerians are the elite, the speaking class, those who are invited to conferences, who told us that given Nigeria experiences that led to the overthrow of the parliamentary system in 1996, but we now need to have a strong president, a strong center. And so they move away from the parliamentary system to presidential system, and they enumerated how beautiful the American system is. And so here we are. If people, for whatever reason, and these are not things that are done by people carrying sticks, people carrying green leaves. This has to be done by people who are really seasoned and who are knowledgeable about those issues. Now, what has the 1999 Constitution do with the fact of fuel subsidy? What has it gone to do with the fact that somebody is hungry? If you change overnight, assume it's about changing from NEPA to generator, will that bring food on the table? No. Those canvassing these views, I was clear, are not those guys who are hungry. I saw a young man in Plateau, and I was excited that young man, we shouldn't be more than 22, 25. And he looked like a graduate, by the way, listening to his language.
Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass self corrupt leader. I see the hot from my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, he pastor for LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass self corrupt leader. I see the hot from my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious.
He said, we have spoken. We don't want this to get out of hand after the first day. I believe the president has listened. Now, the second question is about the president's speech. I commend wholeheartedly, from the bottom of my heart, the patience of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the way in which he addressed those issues. Now, let me explain why.
All right.
He tried to, first he acknowledged that there is hardship in the country. He didn't dismiss it. It's important that a leader acknowledge the legitimacy of what people are saying. However, he said, I have listened. I have heard you. A leader, a father who is talking to children who are crying. My children, I have heard you. I have listened. Stop crying. I will do something. There is no, if today I am the president, if today Dr. Abati, you are qualified to be president, you are faced overnight with those numbers. I say, we are hungry today. What do you do today? In any case, the immediate thing the president has to do, which some of us don't even agree to.
All right.
We now have to seek governors, president commissioning distribution of rice. I would like to see commissioning of industrial, of factories that will provide job. Commissioning return to agriculture.
Right,
but the government of President Tinubu had to resort to what they now call palliatives, which has become a new source of scandal in many states.
Yes, Senator, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
I think a number of things that, hearing from your response to the first question, is that there might be a mix of those who hijacked the protest and the people who actually went out to peacefully protest. Because for those people, it wasn't a regime change in particular they were looking at. And with regards to their demands, that was the number one. Hunger featured prominently on the list of what people wanted the president to tackle. In fact, in some cases, it was called the hunger protests. So that didn't have a conversation around regime change. Cost of living crisis, insecurity were issues that were raised with regards to why people were going out to protest. So saying that it was just particularly about ending a regime is not factual, it's not accurate. Then with regards to who are those who were the leaders, if you look at Occupy Nigeria, who were the leaders of Occupy Nigeria? There are similarities here because there were many figures whose faces were, in front of that protest, but not many people who came out to say that they're the ones who were in charge of fronting or consulted with the people to come out with demands. The people had a shared challenge and shared purpose, and they came out to protest, which was the same thing that happened. And so coming back to what you said, as a comrade yourself who exploited the opportunity and the constitutional provision for peaceful protest, it's interesting to hear you now say that what they were saying was, people shouldn't have come out for an end of regime. That wasn't really the thing, because Senator Oshiomhole, are Nigerians hungry? The level of poverty, has it increased since Occupy Nigeria protests, where our situation is not worse now than they were then? Do you think people are justified to come out to peacefully protest, not to necessarily remove the government of the day, but to express themselves and to have their voices heard?
Ayo, thank you very much. I watch you every day, and I have the opportunity to engage with you today. You've been doing a fantastic job. I don't always agree with your views, but that is what makes democracy rich and robust, and we must defend it, the right to differ. Your evaluation with due respect, with profound respect, is wrong. As the Yorubas, my part of the country, Edo people will say, and I think Abiola of blessed memory popularizes, that when you see some birds dancing on the highway, the drummers are not far from the bush. Without those drummers, those birds will not dance. Now, it is not about whether there is hunger. I said so. If the president acknowledges it, who are you and I to deny it? That is not the issue. The issue is the people use what they see as what everybody can feel. And why do you think, Ayo, that President Tinubu resorted to giving state government 570 billion naira to do quick win palliatives. Why has it become suddenly? In my days, I don't know how many times President Obasanjo, when I was NSC president, went to buy rice to distribute to Nigerians. He said, well, I should go and farm, which is legitimate to do. But this government, realizing the pains and so on, has had to resort to these measures in the short run. In the long run, it has to be that we produce what we eat, and we eat what we produce. But this cannot be decreed by 10 days protesters. The president has spoken. Why I said it is not legitimate, and I have no question about that. At no time in my protest history did I demand that there should be regime change. If I see politicians try to hijack by their comments and so on, I was always quick to say, look, we are not here to change the policy maker. We are here to, excuse me, Ayo, you have to harass me.
Yes, I just want
to. That's the problem.
Because that's the question I asked you. Who asked?
They are faceless. And I said, understand me. No. The point, my summary, you didn't take note of it. And I want to repeat it again.
Please go ahead.
When you have an amorphous group, unknown faces, now you refer to Occupy Nigeria. I saw people like a pastor who had contested for vice president with
Pastor Bakare.
He was president pastor in Lagos. I can't remember his name correctly now.
Pastor Tunde Bakare.
Yes, and you will recall when I was in NLC, not only is my face known, we share platform with Professor Wole Soyinka now at 90. I'm happy he's aging gracefully and God will continue to bless him and give him good health. I share platform with Femi Falana. I share platform with Beko Rasomkuti or something like that. One of the Bekos who was very active, a medical doctor.
Yes.
And I remember on one occasion on the front of Alausa, Ganifa Emi collapsed in the course of addressing workers. So these are Nigerians that are known. They have responsibility.
But sir, EIE Nigeria came out.
For human rights. Wait, he spoke for anger.
I just want to challenge that point.
In this occasion,
yes,
excuse
sir.
me.
I just
even
want to...
the name, excuse me.
Yes,
you can challenge anything, but you must listen to my point.
I've listened.
No. This is meant to be an engagement. You know, a question, excuse me, a question cannot be as long as the answer. The answer must be longer than the question. Check yours when you were a student. When they ask you one question, you use pages to answer it. So give me the time, because Nigeria need to understand why a man who lived my background refused to acknowledge that a peaceful protest can be used for regime change. I emphasize regime change because I understand the logic. I led from the front. These people you are mentioning, I don't know them. If I don't know them...
You don't know EIE Nigeria?
I don't know their faces. And I am happy that, listen, excuse me?
You don't know EIE Nigeria? Take it back, Nigeria?
Now, it was a take back Nigeria. I said, who has occupied Nigeria? In fact, this was the one that suggests that people wanted regime change. When they say we want to reclaim Nigeria, I said, is Nigeria currently under foreign authority? Is Tinubu not a Nigerian? The southwest he come from, is it not part of Nigeria? Who is that guy? Who are those groups who wants to reclaim Nigeria for Nigeria? And excuse me, all the names you mention here, I listen attentively. I don't even know if I don't know some of these faces. At no time did they sat on a common platform to say this is who we are. Excuse me, the business of governance is not a tea party. And when I saw people say Tinubu, excuse me, because at the heart of the question by Ruben is, was President Tinubu's response appropriate? I say yes. What was summarized that?
Comrade,
I have heard you.
Comrade,
I have listened.
Comrade.
I am open to dialogue. Even that one, I saw people saying, set up a panel to negotiate with people who are in Washington, people who don't know their address. You may know them. I don't know them.
Comrade,
yes.
This is Rufai speaking. Rufai speaking. Yes.
Oh, Rufai, how are you?
Very well. Morning, sir. Comrade, let's be truthful in Nigeria, because I see we lack a lot of truth, and that's why our lives are never going to be better as a country. The day we start to speak the truth.
Both sides, yes. Truth is constant. You can't defeat the truth. That's why I have the courage to speak my mind.
Let me land, comrade. You are saying today that when you people went out for Occupy Nigeria in 2012, the word occupy, you are blaming,
I wasn't part of it.
No, hang on a minute. I'm saying when all these well-meaning Nigerians, including the current president and affiliation with the political party, the APC, went out then protesting against subsidy, you are saying that the word occupy Nigeria doesn't mean to take over Nigeria. You are saying they didn't probably threaten regime change and all of that. Comrade, the truth has to be said that the group that organized this protest is not faceless, except you choose to say you don't know them. You are saying you don't know DJ Adeyanju. You are saying you don't know Yemi Adamolemu, which are people that have been frontline, civil society activists in this country. These are people that also made input in other protests. They are a valid group. So let's set that side apart first. Let's set apart that side. The second one, you said the president, when he gave his speech, it was a good speech. A lot of Nigerians say no. If you read that speech, apart from the conciliatory part of, yes, I'm sorry about the fact that people died, which a lot of people blame the president, because if he had come out to speak on time, that protest might not have even hold in the first place. But he left it until after people died to come and speak, which was an abdication of responsibility. He now went ahead to rehash promises that we already know. Let me give you empirical facts this morning. As at 2022, Timi Silva's target was to get over 5 million CNG cars on the road. President Tinubu promised 1 million CNGs. That's even a backward walk from Timi Silva's promise. He said he's going to do 10 million hectares. He said he's going to cultivate 500,000 hectares last year. We have not seen the food. Food inflation is still over 40%. He's celebrating the fact that, okay, we have 9.1 trillion now in revenue earnings, that we earn more compared to last year. But don't forget also the fact you politicians come out to tell us how broke government is. In fact, the deficit is also increasing. He said he's going to do, he's giving over 570 billion to the states. Some of the states came out to say that they've got nothing really. We said we are sharing palliative. People can't feel the impact. So a lot of people say it was just another campaign rhetoric, empty on promises and less on impact. And you said that speech was okay. So my two questions are...
Can I reply, sir?
Yes, go ahead, sir. You have the floor.
Your two questions, because you spoke at less, so reduce that to two questions.
Yes. The first question is...
What are your two questions, sir?
The people know, you people know the organizers of the protest. Do not say it was faceless because it's been hijacked by people. And ample intelligence was provided that it was going to be hijacked. What did the government do about it? You people know the organizer of it was not a faceless protest. That's the first question. I'm challenging your initial narrative. And I'm saying the president's speech was flawed. And I've given you empirical facts.
Excuse me, my dear friend Rufai, I hope to see you in the very near future so we can have a tea without or after this session.
And we dance again.
You are entitled to your evaluation. Excuse me, I will dance again, and I have improved even at older age. But you know, one thing you have to agree is that one man's sense of objectivity is another man's idea of objectivity. When people say, I am being factual, I should have claimed, I am being objective. You are objective sometimes only to the extent that you are not aware of your own biases or you are not aware of your own subjectivity. This is fact in social sciences. And to say that one evaluation is standard, any deviant is wrong, is not valid in social sciences. Now, I told you one word. It's not about all those who want the president mentioned, was just to remind people that he has not been sleeping. If he says he will farm, he will farm and produce all the food in 1 year. If it was that easy to produce the food in 1 year, from Obasanjo's return to school in his first coming as military government, as a military head of state, I saw him with joy as a villager. I saw a president with them, Chief of General Staff, Yaradua, say school to farm program. I remember President Shehu Shagari saying, we want green revolution. All these governments have promised this. This man is only in office for 1 year. He outlined what he's going to do. And Rufai, how long does it take, did it take to set up a credible, now highly competitive Arise television. From the day my dear friend conceptualized the idea, and I told him it's impossible, I can reveal to you, I and KK discussed, I said, this man is always into, how is he going to compete with CNN? How is he going to compete with China already established? Today, it's a reality. It's not just in existence. Arise has become an authoritative national network. Between conceptualization and realization, it takes time. It takes huge time. Now, why I say these people are faceless and that they wanted regime change, I listen to all these names you mentioned, plus others. I don't know them. You can't say I know them because you know them. Now, which Nigerian does not know Wole Soyinka? Who didn't know Gani Fayemi of blessed memory? Who doesn't know Femi Falana? You see, the issue of we know some individuals. How much trust do those individuals command in the bar of the average Nigerian? Those people carry sticks in Kano.
You know Sowore?
Those people who, I know Sowore as a defeated presidential candidate. And when you are defeated in election, you wait for the man who won, you give him time. Sowore should know, I have interviewed, he had interviewed me in Washington, and I have met with him. I like what he was doing. I think he became one of the most authoritative first online, I think, publisher. Sahara Reporters. What you get from Sahara Reporters, I often wonder, how does he get his information? In my view, he was at his best. But once he dragged himself into politics and contest election, he has become a politician. And if you discredit politicians, Rufai Ashiwofu do, you can't pick and choose.
Congress Senator.
So Sowore cannot be seen as speaking. People will see him as still nursing the grievances, the pain of his defeat. Can make a Ruben, if he likes you, he allocate you $5 million, you become $3 million rich overnight. You don't need to work again.
Mr. Shomole, Dr. Abati needs to come in here.
Wait, and he said, I could have, wait.
Dr. Abati needs to come because of time. Mr. Shomole, he needs to come in.
For people like me, for people...
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. That was the report reaching us few hours ago, and you can see the video in this very video. Shettima was rescued few hours ago regarding the protest that is ongoing. They said they wanted to set Shettima ablaze and all due to the statement that he made before the protest. As a leader, you're not supposed to come out to make some statement or utter some statement to the people that you're actually leading. That was a mistake that Shettima and AKPABIO, a lot of big names have been calling Shettima and AKPABIO out that they should come out apologize to Nigerians, but these people failed to come out. Now Nigerians are now taking the protest to another level, more especially in the northern part of Nigeria. They said no, enough is enough. They said they can't afford to eat 2 square meals in their houses again. Many of the people in the north, many of the northerners are actually eating grass. Many of them are eating grass. Even the mother of 6 children put their children on feed and they begin to eat grass like grazers, like cows and all. That's what is happening in the northern part of Nigeria. They can't afford anything to eat. Now the cost of food have increased in the country, and a lot of people, even people that have an average standard of living before, they are not living like as if they poor now, because the cost of food in the market is very, very alarming. The inflation is too much. That's why they're calling the attention of Tinubu. They said Tinubu must have something to do to this hunger, that he must provide a solution to the hunger that is ravaging the land, because the 1 year of Tinubu in office have been disastrous to Nigeria and have been a big calamity, and it's causing a lot of anarchy as far as Nigeria is concerned. People cannot go to school again, and the education system of Nigeria is collapsing because Tinubu cannot release money for students to go to school, like grants and all, but the only thing they can do is to release loan for students. Is it a student that cannot afford 2 square meals to eat? Are they the one that want to repay loan back? Are they the one that want to take loan that they can't repay? That's the question out there. But these people cannot release grants for students to have a free scholarship to school, even in their own country. But they can release money for SUV. They can release money for different unnecessary things like presidential yacht of 5 billion that they bought, and or they can spend luxuriously, and they can spend a lot of money that is unnecessary in the Aso Rock chamber. They can borrow money from international community and use it for something unproductive and all. That's what is happening. And the people finally come and they said the government cannot be enjoying on their behalf. For the government to be coming out in the regime of Tinubu and the senators coming out to the face of Nigerians and they're telling Nigerians that they can't drive their cars in the street of Nigeria again, that the roads of Nigeria are bad, that they need SUV SUV cars, and these SUV cars amounted to around 160 million naira per senator then. Now, they allocated billions of naira for all the senators to buy their SUV cars then, just because they came out, they said they can't cruise their cars on the streets of Nigeria, that once they drive their car to their constituency, and if they are coming back to Abuja, their car will develop fault and all. Now, they use your money and my money, they use Nigerian money, taxpayer money, they use it to buy correct SUV for themselves. Now, for Nigerian senators to come out, even under the leadership of AKPABIO, and they saying that the roads of Nigeria is not good, that's why they need good SUV cars. What is the responsibility of Nigeria government? These people lack their responsibility. Whose responsibility is it to fix the road of Nigeria? Is it my responsibility to fix the road of Nigeria? Why is it that they can't fix the road of Nigeria and they still have the infantry, the temerity, the audacity and the autonomy to come out and make it known to the general public that the road of Nigeria is not good? This is not happening in any other country in the world. If that kind of thing should happen in another country in the world, they will remove the senators immediately. That same day, they will impeach all of them because they lack their responsibility and they're coming out to state it without shame and regret. That's what is happening. And I say that it's not enough. The mafia, a lot of money, obviously, that we see in videos circulating on different social media platforms. The mafia ain't in the House of Assembly, and the same AKPABIO coming out when the people are crying of hunger. The people that you're claiming that you're ruling, the people that you're claiming that you're serving, the people that you're claiming that you're working for, they come to you, they said they are hungry. As a leader, the only thing that can come out of your mouth, AKPABIO, is to tell them that you are going to their house, that anybody that wants to protest to come and protest, they should remain under the sun, that you'll be in your house eating and dining when the people are saying that they don't have food to eat. Where on earth is this happening? The people that you are enjoying on their behalf, the people that you are using their money to be enjoying, you are telling them that they should be inside the sun protesting, that you'll be in your house eating now. That is why a lot of protesters, they are burning the house of a lot of politicians in Nigeria right now. And as if that is not enough, they're doing all sorts of things, causing a lot of chaos in the northern part of Nigeria precisely. I'm against violence, and I will always preach against violence. Violence is not an option. The only thing that you can do in a democratic country is to stage your protest peacefully. Don't distort other people's activity. Just stage your protest, release your agitation to the government, and allow the government to work on it. Very simple and clean. We are hungry, we are this, we are that. The price of fuel should reduce. Everything should reduce in the country. Inflation is too high, everything should come down. Dollar should not rise against naira again and all. Yes, fine. Those are the agitations. This doesn't call for any violence and all. This doesn't call for any violence in any area of Nigeria, and everybody should shun violence. That's our preaching and that's our agitation. That's what a lot of Nigerians that have good mind for Nigerians are be saying. Shun violence, but the northerners are not listening, because many of them are not even in the media platform. Many of them are not even socially oriented. Many of them are not digitally exposed, and many of them are not globally exposed. Many of them are illiterate, because these people are not on social media. They just come out to protest as if violent protest is what will make the government to actually act based on their agitation and all. And the agitation is even off. No, it's a total no, because they're trying to remove the present government and trying to impose a new government, and that is treason in the eyes of that. And a lot of Nigerians actually kick against that. But I say that is not enough. Shettima too came out, because I'm calling their names out because they are not an exemplary leader. Shettima, the vice of Tinubu, came out as a vice president that he is coming out to tell protesters. Before the protest, he said anybody that come out to protest is an idiot. And the same Shettima have said it before. He said Nigerians are clowns, that Tinubu should not take them serious. That shows that all agitation before the protest and everything, the complaints of Nigerians, all their complaints right from time, Shettima is now saying that everything is just a shout play. He said it's a joke. He called them clowns, meaning that they are entertainers, that they don't know what they're doing. That's why they said Tinubu should not take them serious. And I said that's not another shit. Shettima came out before the protest, called Nigerians idiots, and that is what is happening. A lot of Nigerians are actually bashing him, and now they said they wanted to set Shettima ablaze. That's what a lot of Nigerians are be saying. They said if they should catch Shettima, that his leg will not touch ground. That's what a lot of Nigerians are be saying in the Twitter space, because they actually needed Shettima to apologize to Nigerians based on the speech and all. And they also said AKPABIO should apologize, including Wiki. They said they need to apologize to Nigerians. Now a lot of Nigerians are saying that they don't need their apology because they don't need their leadership again and all. But some said they still need to apologize. So drop your opinion in the comment section on this video regarding the ongoing protest, because we're already in the day 8. 2 more days to go to get to day 10. But a lot of Nigerians are saying that if Tinubu did not still attend to their agitations, even in that day 10, they said they will still nigga, they will still postpone, and they will still continue the protest and all. That's what they're saying. So drop your opinions. I'm gonna get on that one there for you, and share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, he pastor for LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Leader, all the while you waiting for church. All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.